Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we have a lot of things to talk about in regards to Ripple and XRP. So just sit back, relax, and guys, if you could hit that like button, it does help the channel grow immensely, and of course you all know that I always do greatly appreciate that. But with that in mind, let's dive in. Let's talk about a few things. So first and foremost, we have been addressing the overall market structure for a little bit of time. I see a lot of people saying, Bitcoin goes up, a couple percentages, and all of a sudden you flip bullish. Guys, where have you been? I've been bullish this entire time. I've been talking to you guys about Bitcoin in terms of its overall structure, making higher lows on the time frame ever since the beginning of 2020. And then we look at XRP, right? And XRP is one of those assets that everyone is continuously kind of throwing down the stairs, forgetting about it. Whatever, it doesn't matter anymore. The SEC delayed it. It's done. It's not going to pump at all until 2023 and beyond. Who knows when the SEC lawsuit's going to be over? Honestly, does anybody even really care about the SEC lawsuit at this point? I mean, besides, regulators and, financial institutions trying to get in on this space right now, do people really even care about this SEC lawsuit? Like, trust me, I've always said, I foresee the SEC lawsuit, being a massive, sort of bullish pattern for us to really kind of get over, because that is a, in my opinion, a catalyst event that could possibly propel XRP to new heights. But what if the SEC lawsuit was a sell the news event? I mean, that would be something pretty significant. But overall, it doesn't matter, right? Because the lawsuit could get dragged on until 2023. Even if it gets, done earlier, it doesn't matter. All that we know is that we could check out the overall market structure that we are in currently and kind of compare and contrast it to the past. Now, first off, in terms of Bitcoin, shout out to Credible Crypto for this. We do see your mid-cycle corrections are designed to shake you out, and they're quite effective. Just ask the guys who sold Bitcoin under 10K during the March capitulation event before Bitcoin ran 1,500%. Patience. HTF structure remains intact. It's really quite simple, and here you guys do see that higher time frame structure. Here's that drop from roughly the May to even 2020 time frame back here. Again, this is like right after the 2018 bull run in terms of that bearish pattern, followed by again that March of 2020 dropping point. Here's that massive high that we made, low, higher high, higher low. What do you think comes next? In terms of this overall pattern that we are currently trading in, we look at where we are now in this market. I honestly foresee Bitcoin going to 120 to 160K. And everyone's always saying, who cares about Bitcoin? It's a dead coin. Nobody cares about it. We want XRP. Guys, we still need capital to flow into Bitcoin if we want XRP at higher price valuations. Now, talking about XRP, you might be wondering and question, well, if you foresee Bitcoin going to 120 to 160K, which I know is against almost everyone else's opinion, because there's people who think that Bitcoin has topped out already, that we are in a bear market, that we're this, that we're that. When we take a quick look at XRP, in regards to Bitcoin going to those nice highs, shout out to Bramwell Fox here on Twitter. We actually do see her. It's been a pleasure getting to know all of you. I'll leave this right here. Let fate take the rest. Now, when we take a look at this is actually very, very interesting. So in general, when we take a look at the past to even the current price action of, XRP. Now, this is the XRP Bitcoin price chart. Now, he's, utilizing the fractal from 2017, using the volume indicators, multiple RSI, KST, and stock fast slow. And basically, in terms of those vertical bars that we're kind of comparing and contrasting to the current structure of, XRP's price chart, this looks eerily similar to when we did have that nice price move in 2017, 2018. And we actually do see Bramwell saying that here. I found that every green vertical bar had a similar setup, and the closest is the 2017 fractal, which will appear to be anywhere from, we do have him responding here, from 5 to 15 3-day candles for matching the same pattern of tops and bottoms from 2017. We are awaiting one last bottom on the XRP Bitcoin pair, could be now or in days/weeks to come. Please note I'm using XRP Bitcoin as I believe equity risk markets are about to tank. My prediction does not imply an astronomical USD increase as much as Bitcoin receiving news in some way, shape, or form that increases value of XRP relative to Bitcoin, which could and hopefully mark a USD value surge as well. Either Bitcoin tanks or XRP goes off for this to follow through. And we do see here, I pray that's the case. Thanks for the explanation. Just lines on a chart. I know nothing, just looking for patterns and believing in them highly when they rhyme with place and time. News for the classes will not arrive via notifications. Retail should always be far too late to make a move. Math, has a way to see through human noise. Now, when we take a look at this, right? So he has this sort of overlaid 2017 fractal, in the background here. And we kind of see where, it did break out. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bottoms on the Bitcoin price chart for XRP before that massive breakout event. We are currently looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're waiting for that 6th drop. I would say that we are nearing that point. We could come back down to test those lows all the way on this. I believe that this is the 422 sat level, for if I'm going off of these black boxes over here that kind of indicates this black line. I might be wrong. Even if it is this one up here, it could possibly be this one. But when we take a look at this, we could be looking at one last major bottom on the XRP price chart, which I believe would most likely be between that 55 to 60 cent zone, which I did address multiple times. But what happens after this is the significant area to watch for. And I've always said, and I said it again today, for those XRP holders, the journey begins again once we break this level. End of cycle targets still $10 to $15 at those high fib levels. And we do look at this overall macro chart. We're going off the March of 2020 lows and the all-time highs from 2017. We look at where we currently are now. Okay, and by the way, I do see us testing this support zone one last time, which would most likely be that 6th drop on this chart. But after that, and we break this 92 cent zone, things get very, very interesting very quick. Because again, when we take a look at the past structure and we take a look at the current structure, this could outreach all the way as high as $15. Now, this is not taking into accountability a settlement or anything like that. Of course, everyone has their own targets, but I foresee $10 to $15 being those minimum targets, because that's the nice fib outreaches of like roughly the 4236 to the 4618. Now, with this in mind, I have been seeing a lot of news around banks as well. In fact, big banks are basically, warning of a massive collapse. We do see a story that is not being talked about enough is how the Switzerland government quietly proposed a public liquidity backstop for the big banks if one of them failed. The question is, why now? Remember, a Swiss financial watchdog said in late March that UBS and Credit Suisse had made progress in how they would stabilize and restructure themselves in a financial crisis, something to follow. They are warning ahead of time. We will be seeing a financial crisis on our hands very, very soon. I've also been addressing this multiple times on this channel. Everyone keeps saying, dude, these videos are so repetitive. Guys, I'm trying to warn you ahead of time before this actually happens. These things take time. Even the 2007 and 2008 sort of time frame to get to that financial crisis took some time. It started to build in around roughly the 2005 to 2006 timeframe, and it didn't hit until around 2007's topping point, and it really collapsed during 2008. So when we take a look at this is going to take time. But honestly, the big banks are basically warning you that they are failing right now in terms of liquidity, aka that liquidity crisis that also hit in 2008. Now, as we look at this, okay, we look at liquidity as a massive selling point for Ripple. And guess what's coming in 2022? The Ripple Liquidity Hub. Source digital assets with ease. And this is massive. I don't think people are really taking into accountability how big this actually is as a stepping stone for Ripple. Coming in 2022, Ripple Liquidity Hub will enable enterprise companies to easily and efficiently source digital assets from the broader crypto market. We do see how it works via smart, order routing. Ripple Liquidity Hub will source a range of digital assets at the best price from, the breadth of liquidity venues. How enterprises, benefit. Enterprises will be able to generate new revenue streams by offering their end customers the ability to buy, sell, and hold digital assets. Looking for the additional revenue streams? Join the Ripple Liquidity Hub waitlist today. And then we do see our enterprise digital asset sourcing solution, plug and play through a single API connection to a breadth of liquidity pools. And when we look at this is a plug and play. So this is easy. There's no coding. There's nothing that they have to do. It's an easy 1-2 setup. Optimized pricing, smart order routing, and advanced algorithms to source a range of digital assets at the best price. Access to capital. Now, this is something pretty interesting. Now, we're going to be talking about this. Removes the need to hold pre-funded capital positions at various liquidity venues, unlike competitive providers. Now, listen. I've been talking to you guys about Ripple for a very long time with XRP. First off, Liquidity Hub. Okay, XRP is most likely going to be the source for the liquidity. Why? Well, now they are talking down here about line of credit, essentially. This is, the pre-funded capital positions at various liquidity venues. This is access to capital, aka line of credit. When we take a look at this, sorry, I did not mean to go there. I wanted to go to line of credit. When we look at this, secure upfront capital for your payments. Now again, the big source here is XRP, send now, pay later with a line of credit. This is going to be the source code for it all. When we look at XRP plays a vital role within almost everything Ripple. I've said this going forward with a lot of their, overall solutions. Right now, is XRP being sourced for everything? No, absolutely not. This is why I foresee that settlement happening actually sooner than expected. And this is when everything goes live. This is when the green lights go. This is when XRP will most likely be utilized for nearly every single transaction within the Ripple net. Not only that, but line of credit is also huge because they are also focusing on SMEs. But you do see down here, only for use by eligible institutional RippleNet customers, not consumers. General public, retail customers. Availability varies by jurisdiction and is subject to change. The same exact thing is what they were just saying on the other, screen, where they were basically saying that it varies among institutions. And we do see with a line of credit from Ripple, your financial institution can use XRP to complete instant, low-cost cross-border transfers. We allow you to lock in a rate at the time of payment, then repay us when it's convenient for you for a small fee. And this is all for institutional demand. Pay attention to these use cases. Early customer feedback on the line of credit beta shows that the service is helping money transfer services businesses make global transactions even more affordable for their customers. And we do see why. Valuable, efficient, scalable, cost-effective. And again, get started with line of credit. Let's chat, send transactions, make repayments, get more funds. Use XRP provided by Ripple to complete your cross-border payments. By the way, for all those individuals constantly saying, why does Ripple have to hold $50 billion in escrow? Right here is why. It's because they are utilizing XRP that is provided by Ripple. Ripple needs to hold that significant amount. That's why everyone always says XRP is so centralized. It's so centralized. It's technically not. All the XRP held by Ripple will most likely be utilized at one point in time. Now, with all of this in mind, like I've said, everything is moving towards the banking scene. We just seen Commerce Bank move into crypto, okay? And it's a growing trend now in Europe. The bank plans to focus on institutional clients at first. All these banks are trying to focus on institutional clients. And the banking giant currently has 70,000 corporate and institutional clients worldwide. That is absolutely massive. I want you to understand that these large tier names are moving in on crypto very, very quick, and it's from the institutional area. Understand why these banks are moving in. It's because these banks see efficiencies as well as almost a safety net behind crypto. This is why I say pay attention to these financial crises that are basically looming right now. I mean, honestly, there's a ton of uncertainty around a lot of markets. While I still see individuals buying, overvalued real estate, for an example. There's people that are selling stock, selling crypto, and going and buying real estate right now. I'm telling you right now, this is not the time to buy real estate. And I've always addressed this because this is almost a mirrored image of 2008. So with that in mind, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys already know the deal. Go down in the description below and follow me on Twitter. If you guys haven't been following me on Twitter, I don't know where you guys have been. Also, join the free Discord. There's a ton of free alpha in there. I mean, we're talking about massive charts, sell targets, buy targets. So much gets discussed in that free Discord that should honestly be charged, but it's not. So go check that out. And with that being said, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.